Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings, the SLOTRO edition. This is Gnarlrynae here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlrynae. Good girl. When last we left off, we were finished up working for Ceradan and his friend, cannot remember the other ranger's name right up yonder, Agdar or something like that. We'll have to throw it right over here. We were finishing up working with them. We have been fighting against the orcs who have come down from the North Downs, fighting against the orcs along there in their little fortress of, well, not fortress, but their fort of Cirith Ûr. All the way up here in the northern Barrow Downs, right along in, is it this area? There we go, Cirith Ûr, their encampment here that they built down in the little ravine, just before you get to the path that leads up through the hills into Trestlebridge. We have done that. What's that? The old Greenway Fort. Yep, that's the old Greenway Fort. That's where the other ranger was. I can't remember his name, though. We had taken care of that. We had taken care of all the quest over there at the Thornley Farm. And we were about to head back on over into the Barrow Downs to go talk to Tom Bombadil, and to also get started on all these Barrow Down quests you see here. These are the last ones that we have to do here in Breland, and they all take place over there in the Barrow Downs as well, so that was a good place to go. But I'm thinking first, if I remember correctly, when we were up at Henstacer Farm, there were a good number of quests up there, and I'm going to go up there right quick and see what level they are. If they are green or blue or even level, we'll go ahead and grab those so we can get those done while they're on level also. I think that's where you get the quest to go on up into this North Downs area, the eastern Bree Fields up here, around Ninharn. Beautiful lake, by the way. That was one of the places where, when they first said the housing was coming in, way back in the day, that was before we had the housing neighborhoods. They talked about housing coming in, and we were talking about if you could do it, if you could do housing there, we're able to put them down in the landscape like you could back in the Ultima game or like you could in the Skyrim games and stuff. That's where we were going to put our houses. Dwindon and I both, my brother Dwindon and I both looked at that and went, that is a beautiful lake. We would love to have a house on the side of that lake. Turned out not to be the case, of course, because they put in the neighborhoods where you go and buy houses instead, but it's still a very beautiful area. And I think the quests that you get to head over in that area and talk to the hunters and stuff who are around that lake are up at the Henstacer Farm here, I believe. We've also got to go to speak to Aggie Digweed up there beyond Trestlebridge. And there's one other quest, Destination Lonelands, where we have to go talk to someone at the Forsaken Inn. We still haven't done that one yet. And that one is one that we're going to do. As I've said, we're going to take Nomadan into the Lonelands. We're going to take Gnarlrynae into the North Downs. That was kind of the first division of labors here that happens. Now, I thought there were quests. Yep, here we go. There's a couple quests up this way and one guy over there toward the well. So let's talk to Eogar first. It's Thursday already. There goes the little thing clicking. Every last drop? Is that the one we're looking for? Hey, you there. Do you have a free moment? Oh, that's actually a great quest, isn't it? That's a great quest. Is all of these great quests herding to the North Downs? Oh, that's the one for the horse from Coombe over there. Every last drop.
Do something for me.
Bucket of well water. And going and watering his horses.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Snapper soup. It's a level 21, so we can hold off and get that one done when we need it.
Could you help me with something?
And into the woods, as we also go over there. Okay, so both of these are at our level or a little bit above, so we'll just remember that, yes, we have quest up here that we're level 19. When we get to level 20, we'll have quests that we can come and do here at Hingstasers. In the meantime, we are going to travel on back down. We are going to go down to Breetown, and then we are going to head out the other side of Bree and along the road toward, on the Great East Road, out toward the Forsaken Inn, and see if we can find someone at the Forsaken Inn. We'll even have to pull up the quest history there and see what it was, see what it is, who gave us that quest, and why they wanted to head us out that way and all. So we will talk to you again back whenever we get back down to Breetown proper. And we will also, when we're there, we've been carrying these Ithildan coins around since we were, at least 5th or 6th level, whenever it was that we got out of the Archet, or when we got out of the Arid Luine. We've been carrying those around for at least that long. So we are going to stop at the Prancing Pony and see what we can do with those Ithildan coins. And I will see y'all. That is not the way to Saradan's cabin. I will see y'all whenever we get back into Bree. We're passing the inn gate, headed up here toward the Prancing Pony. Now, these Ithildan coins, they came into the game back in just before Mines of Moria. If you ordered the special edition or the complete edition, you got 3 or 5 Ithildan coins, depending on which edition that you bought. And of course, in addition, I think it was GameStop, you know, that was back. You know, they've been doing these crappy pre-order things for a long time now. You know, pre-order the game and get a special thing that nobody else can ever get. Those are the ridiculous ones. You know, you order it from this company, you order it from this store, and you get this thing that you can't get anywhere else. You order it from this store, you get this thing you can't get anywhere else. I'm glad that this game in particular has gotten away from that BS. You know, you've still got these special orders and stuff and the complete editions. Oh, you buy the collector's edition and all, but anyone can get the collector's edition. It isn't like some of these games that come out and you see, yes, we ought to put out whoop, 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 rant time. Isn't like some of these games where if you want everything available for the game, you got to buy a copy for the game from 4 different stores to get available. That's BS, and I'm glad that SLOTRO doesn't do that anymore. But anyway, that's where the Ithildan coins come from. If you ordered the special edition or the collector's edition of Mines of Moria. And I've done an unboxing of Mines of Moria before, so just check the channel and you'll see I guess it's the collector's edition, the big boxed edition that comes with the 1 ring on a chain and all sorts of other nice stuff inside of it. So let's go ahead and start the quest with the Ithildan coin here. You are not sure where this coin came from, but it seems to be a relic from Khazad-dûm called Moria by the elves. There are many who would be interested in such a relic and would likely provide you with a great reward. Bring the coin to any of the following people to receive your rewards: John Brackenbrook in Archet, Dwalin in Thorin's Hall, Mayor Will Whitfoot and Michael Delving, Cardivore in Kellendem, or Barlaman Butterbur in Breetown. And that's exactly what we're going to do. New quest, the Ithildan coins. And we're going to see what we can spend our coins on.
One thing drives out another.
Barlaman Butterbur at your service, friend. That's quite a strange coin you've got there. Looks like a dwarf coin of some sort. I've seen a few from guests, mind you, but not one like this. Not sure even what it's made of. Well, not sure I would take it for a meal or a room, but it probably has some value to someone, if only as something interesting to talk over. I will offer you a trade. I have a number of things travelers have left behind. You can trade this coin for one of those. How's that sound? That sounds wonderful, Barlaman. The first one we're going to buy here is the Stone of the Dwarf Deeps. Gives you it's a pocket item. Gives you plus 11 vitality, and the big thing is that it gives you 8% out of combat run speed, which is something we really, really want. You got to activate it, but it lasts 30 minutes and has a 30-minute cooldown. This fist-sized gem was discovered in the dwarf deeps of Moria. It is etched with Kirith runes, speaking of the ancient days of Khazad-dûm. So the first coin we're going to spend on a stone of the dwarf deeps. Very nice. Now, let's spit. Oh, okay, so we need to actually use the next coin to start the quest again. And we'll accept that.
There's so much to do.
This one we're going to get a horn of the Dwaro Delph. You blow it and you get +1 hope. Has a 3-minute cooldown and the hope lasts for 15 minutes. It's just +1, but sometimes you can take all the hope you can get, you know. When used, the horn of the Dwaro Delph will fill you with hope. So we'll go ahead and we'll get that as well. Nice. Alright, the last of our Thilden coins here. What is that, a writ of passage? Writ of passage.
How can I be of service?
And for this one, let's see. I am thinking we either get the Dormouse. We've got both of these. We've got a pesky Dormouse and a colorful songbird over there in Gnarlo's house already. I wish they'd let you buy a house for every character. I really wish they would. Unless that's changed. May have changed. I'll throw it up here if it hasn't. It'll say nope or it'll say yep, yay. So we'll see. But I'm going to get a colorful songbird. Because I think another songbird would be nice. One of these maybe in the kinship house would look really nice. There we go. We've spent all of our Thilden. What am I doing with a universal toolkit? Oh, this is stuff when I was cleaning off. Bet that's what that is. When I was cleaning space off of Gnarlo, I need to mail these back to Gnarlo so he can distribute those back to people that can actually use them. All these boosts here, because I'm not going to use them. Okay, so there you are. We're going to take out, while we're here, let's see, the minstrel trainer is here. What are we? We are a lore keeper, right? We need to head to the scholar stairs because we got this message saying specialization needed. So we need to spend some trait points, don't we? So we need to head to the Scholar Stairs and talk to the Lore Master Trainer. I believe that's where he's located at. Yes, of course, you don't have to do that. That's not the way it's done anymore, but that's the way it was done in the past, and that's the way we're going to do it here. We're going to visit our Lore Master, we're going to visit our trainers, and we're going to visit our Bard and put our virtues in place. So we're going to find the Bree Bard. I think the Bard's actually back there at Butterbur's. Let's take a look. I think we may have just passed him, but we're going to take the stairs here, head through the middle of town, and go over there to the Scholar's Den. Is that the name of it? Perhaps. We will see. Oh, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and let's trade out one blue stone for another. The Stone of the Dwarf Deeps. And we're going to put this down here. So that's the Stone of the Tortoise. This is going to be the Stone of the Dwarf Deeps. There we go. So now we'll be able to swap back and forth with them just like we did in the past. And we'll be able to click on that fast running skill there. There's the cat lady's house. I think we've been there before. That's the cat house. I do enjoy the Bree revamp. I still need to do that. Oh, I have so many things. I know y'all get tired of me doing, I need to do that. I need to do that. But one thing I've talked about is, I remember back early, there's the Lore Master Trainer. I'm back Gnarlo. Gnarlo spent some of his time in Bree back before they did the revamp and put all the extra NPCs and all in there and recorded his trip through the town, and I need to do that as well. Do a thing showing his and then a thing showing the way it looks like now so you can see how much has changed. Let's talk to the Lore Master Trainer here.
What can I do for you?
Is there anything that the Lore Master has? Actives and passives. No passives. We got A bunch of skills. There are still skills that we'll pick up when we're 20. Wow. I wonder if those are things that pop up. I bet they pop up in the tree as well. I'll guarantee you they pop up in your tree as they become due. But we're going to pretend we're talking to him and spend our trait point. Which one is it? T? No. K? No. Let's click on specialization needed. That'll get us there, the trait tree. Okay. We will go with number 1. Yes, unsaved traits will be lost, I know. Number 1 is going to be our keeper of animals. That'll be spec 1. How many points do we have? We got 7 points. All right, Dalton. Where are we going to spend our points at? Let's spend them in gaining pet morale. Good. What's this one do? Sign of the Wild. Pet attack duration. Sure. I think what we'll do, we'll put more points into this, more points into that. There we go. We got 2 points left. And we also picked up Stamp Out the Fire. Your pets deal bonus damage for enemies suffering from burning embers. Nice. What else do we have here? Go for the throat. Increases. Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes. Oh, Lord. I need to play that game one day, too. I need to win the lottery. That's what I need to do. I either need to win the lottery or I need to become a big-time professional PewDiePie level YouTuber so I can play games all day long and get all this stuff done that I keep saying I need to get done. Ooh, a new pet, Lesser Giant Eagle. I wonder what that one does. Can deal damage and if called upon will sacrifice itself to save you. That is interesting. That is interesting. I think I'm going to put our last 2 points, though, before we get the eagle. We're going to boost up and get as much morale for our pets as we can. That gives us 25% pet morale and minus 5% incoming damage. So that'll keep our pet living longer. I like that. Let's apply that. Commit the changes. Yes. Nice. Okay. And then secondly, I don't see anything down here that we actually got as a actual skill. Now we're going to go specialization 2. And those, which ones we're going to put in? Hinder and Confound. That's a crowd control build. Well, since I spend most of my time out of a fellowship, we'll go for DPS. Uses the strength of nature to damage foes. So that will be our second one. Our feline companions have increased attack damage and slightly increased morale and power. Yes, indeed. That's where we're going to go. Our DPS build. Master Nature's Fury. Plus 5%, 10%, and 15% fire type damage. And additions to tactical. Yep. 2 and 3. 1 and 2. What just opened up? We got improved ignition plus 15% cash out damage from lightning strike and lightning storm. And knowledge of storms, lightning type damage, and additional cracked earth damage. Oh, heck yeah. How many points? We got 2 points left. Ooh. Let's put them in this one because this is just tactical damage. That'll help all of them for now. And we will apply that. Very good. Okay. So, in the meantime, we're going to go back into trait 1 here. There we go. We're back into trait 1, the Keeper of Animals. Since most of the time we're going to do our pet stuff. Okay, that has got us trained. Now, where's the Bard? I think the Bard is in... I think it's up there where Bartleman was. So let's head back on out, and we're going to head up to the Prancing Pony again. So I'll see y'all when we get back into the pony and find that Bard. We have returned to the pony. Let's see, where is the Bard? There's the Barber. I'm sure there we go. The Bard of Bree, Owen Oakes. Hello, Owen, Mr. Oakes, sir.
What do you need?
We need to do our traits. Now, bards now, they just say the various instruments and how to play them and teach and that sort of stuff. But back in the day, that's how you did your traits. So that's where we are going to head now. Not the traits, virtues, blah, blah. Or is that it? No, yes, that's where you did these traits. That's where you put your virtues at, right? Right, virtuous elf. No, we've done all these. Virtues, there you go. You used to have to go to a bard to get your virtues and all put in. And your racial traits. The class traits, you got all these from your trainer. That's where you trained up. Do I have any class traits anymore? What do we got here? Race. We've got Sylvan Shadows. Oh, that's the one that lets us sneak, isn't it? Have we ever put that down here? I don't think we have we? Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Get that back over there. I need to look through my skills. Guess that's a skill. Sylvan Shadows. For some reason, I don't have it down there. How come I don't have Sylvan Shadows down there? There we go. Because that is my elf sneak, where I can do stealth, can sneak around like a burglar, and I'd forgotten all about the fact that we could do it. We can't do it as good as the burglars can, but we can still do it. What else do we have? Not earned. What a friend of man, +3 fate. You are devoted to guiding the race of man. Your fate is improved. So we'll slot that one as well. Okay. And now we'll go here. Ooh, decisions. As Lady Gaga would say, promises. What do we have slotted? We have Patience, which gives us in-combat power regen. Well, that's always nice. Compassion. Charity. I'm going to look these over. I'm not going to make y'all sit here and watch me go through them all one by one and figure out what I want to do. I'll get to you at the end when we got them slotted, okay? We'll see you in just a moment. We have slotted 4. The 5th one here, we don't actually slot into place until level 23, whenever that slot opens up. We have decided to go with Confidence. It's a level 1. It says your actions have instilled in you a great sense of confidence. You are more resistant, your will is stronger, and you are able to recover your power more quickly during combat. Gives us +6 to our will, and remember, as a lore master, our chief things are will. Is it will and vitality? Yes, will and vitality are our two big ones. So that gives us a +6 to our will, a +4 in combat power regen, and +173 resistance. Okay. Oh, that given agility. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking, where is my... I thought there was one that boosted... I picked the wrong one. That gives me vitality, right? Yes, that's the vitality one. I didn't want determination. I wanted loyalty. There we go. Let's slot loyalty in there. Loyalty. Your loyalty shall be rewarded. You find that you have greater vitality, your power is increased, and you know how to use your armor to greater effect. Gives us 18 vitality, +16 maximum power, and +30 armor value. We've gone with level 4 charity. Charity has its rewards. You find yourself more resistant, able to defend against physical attacks more easily, and able to recover your power more quickly outside of combat. So +690 resistance rating, 194 physical mitigation, and 90 non-combat power regen. And finally, justice. You are a servant of justice. You find as you're able to recover your morale more quickly in combat, your morale is increased. Able to recover your morale more quickly outside. So 23 in combat morale regen, 37 maximum morale, and 61 non-combat morale regen. That's the ones we're going to go with. Those may not be optimized for the perfect lore master or whatever. We'll go on the boards at some point and read through Lore Master hints and tips and figure out, you know, what they say, what the meta is as far as where you should be putting your traits and your virtues for being a Lore Master of various types. But for right now, those work pretty darn good for me. All right, daylight is coming. We are going to head on down. I think the last thing we're going to do is come out here and go for a run. Where is it? Can we activate this? Let's see. Right click it. There we go. We've used Quick Feet plus 8% out of combat run speed. Hot diggity darn. I feel faster already. So we're going to run to the Forsaken Inn now, get that destination off of our tracker over here. Let us also remember, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed in front of me here. You can't see it on camera, but I can. That's going to help us to remember, put the Stone of the Tortoise back in our pocket whenever we get there. So we're going to take a run. Oh, good to see the morning. Maybe we'll see the sunrise. What are we at, 4 dawn? Yep, we're at the 4 dawn. Wonder how much longer before the sun actually rises. Maybe we'll get to see it rise over Weathertop as we're headed on out that way. I am going to see if I can't get a Gnarlo episode up today as well. And we'll have our 3 back-to-back again. And after that, I am going to get working on getting my Mage Knight game. I've been watching some videos to learn the turn sequence. I say it goes pretty smoothly once you learn the turn sequence, but it's one of those games, as we've talked about before, that you really need to watch videos to kind of learn it. There's a great series by Ricky Royal and some others. I think Watch It Played does one too, where they walk you through the way the turn sequence goes. And those are good ways of learning the how everything works. Okay, so daytime has come. It is now dawn. Fantastic. So we may see the sunrise before we get out there. By the time before we log out for the night, we may see the sun rising far to the east as we run through this little bit here. Don't think we've actually been on the Lone Lands here. I know we've been down the east road as it comes out of the south, and of course we've been over yonder into the little Blackwood camp, and we've been past the yellow tree up here. We've been through all this part, but I don't think we've gone much further than that. I'm not sure if we've even been out. Maybe we've been out as far as the housing person is. Yep, there's Dorset Oaks. I think maybe we've been out as far as the housing broker out here and been to the Bree housing development on Gnarlrynae here. But I don't think we've been further than that. And if I have, well, we have. I apologize for my poor memory and for all the time that's gone by that makes my memory so poor. And just sit back and enjoy the run through some actual beautiful scenery as we go past the Midgewater marshes and by the trees of the southern Chetwood here as dawn appears over Middle-earth. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. Let's sit here and smell the algae and the rot and the goblin funk blowing off of the Midgewater marshes there, shall we? Such a beautiful smell first thing in the morning. I love the smell of the Midgewater in the morning. It smells like evil. The road to the housing development is just ahead of us, not too far ahead. You'll see the little shed where I think the broker stands, just ahead of us. And there's Weathertop off in the distance. Seeing the ruins of Weathertop, Amon Sul there. pretty much the landmark for this area of Middle Earth. Once you get out of Bree and leave the Breelands behind, your next landmark is Weathertop, whether you're headed east or west along the Great Road here. Music already changing from I guess we're really heading into the wild, as it says in the book The Hobbit. You know, once you leave the friendly lands behind, we are across the edge and into the wild now. So we're heading on out into the territory of the Lone Lands, and you can tell that from the music change here. And shortly you'll see the palette change. There'll be a palette shift as we leave the Midgewater behind and go into the territory of the Lone Lands. We're not going to go very deep into them. We're going to go to the Forsaken Inn, and we'll also grab the Stable Master while we're out here. The Stable Master is just across the road from the Forsaken Inn, so we'll grab it as well. This is areas getting into lands that we will see when Nomadan heads out this way. When he finishes up the whole Breeland area, he will be heading out over there into the Lone Lands section of the world. And we'll get to examine the quest over that way. Say, it and Angmar. And I guess I've mentioned before, I'm kind of repeating myself here, but they are definitely Bartentine. He's got a good quest for any jewelers. Used to be anybody could do these quests, but then eventually because I can remember that cook quest where we went and made breakfast for the knob, I think it was. I remember having one of my other characters make breakfast and give it to a character so he could go and do the quest. You used to could do those on any character as long as you had the things, but not anymore. Now it's actual profession specific. But yes, I can remember, there we go, Anulos, the Lone Lands. There's the palette swaps. I've said before, I am not a fan of the Lone Lands, and I'm not a fan of Angmar. Those are two areas that they did a darn good job in making them uncomfortable and not very pleasant places to be, just as they're supposed to be. Oh, we've already grabbed the Stable Master. Good, so we have been out this far. There's our perfect sign of it, right there. I wonder, did she might have had to go up there on top of Weathertop for one quest. I can't remember. That might be how we ended up out here. There's the Forsaken Inn. We are going to go on up. What kind of quest do you have?
Can I speak with you a moment?
Orange quest. That's good. We're not going to be going that way. As it says, talk to any person in the Forsaken Inn. Talk to someone in the Forsaken Inn. Let's go ahead and pull up the history of this. And it came from... It does not say. The Forsaken Inn lies along the Great East Road leading out of the south gate of Bree. If you travel for a good while, you will find the inn on the north side of the road there. You should find the Forsaken Inn and speak with the patrons there. There are few men dwelling in the Lone Lands, but those few dwell in an inn on the road east to the Trollshaws. You are well on your way to becoming a hero of Middle-earth. It is time to head for the Lone Lands. Did that? Forsaken Inn, okay, we did that. The Forsaken Inn lies along... Okay, so... Don't know who gave us this or why. Maybe that was just... Maybe it was a actual landscape quest, perhaps. Do you have destination? Destination Lone Lands. Let's talk to Faster the Fox. Some come to these lands because they are shunned. Others just simply pass through. And yes, I know what y'all are shouting at me. Some folk like me are here at the behest of others with nothing more than profit on their mind. Which ilk are you? Yes, I know what y'all are shouting at me. And I was remembering it. Let's put... Where's my Stone of the Tortoise? Yep, there's my Stone of the Tortoise. I thought I had them down here. There we go. Got those deactivated again. Thank you very much. I could hear the shouts in the back of my head. You're gonna do it again, aren't you? Let's finish up. There, completed Destination Lonelands. Okay, folks, that is where we are gonna finish up. Actually, I think I'll sit over here and warm myself by the fire. So that's where we're gonna finish up here at the Forsaken Inn at the Lonelands. Next time, we will be heading to the Barrow Downs. So I will probably not join up with y'all here. I will probably join up with y'all back in Bree. I'll see if I can't make my way back to Bree. Unless I'm going to search these messages, search these rings here, and make sure that one of them isn't a trip back to Bree. If one of them is a trip back to Bree, I might as well grab the Bree quest. But otherwise, if not that, I will see y'all back in Breetown as we head out to the Barrow Downs and probably go to talk to Tom Bombadil and do those other Bree quests, the ones that we have in Breetown there, and see just what all those rings are about in the Bree Fields as well, in the Barrow Downs. We are going to be in the Barrow Downs for a while here now. So thank y'all very much. I'm going to think about, am I going to go and play Mage Knight now, or am I going to try and get up a Gnarlo episode? And in the meantime, we will see you next time. Thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.